for our players to be gutty and battle all night long. We had some adversity this week with people with illness and another concussion, which kept fifth year senior Sasha Chaplin out of the lineup tonight when we're getting ready to play a huge team in size. So really gutty win. I don't think there's an analyst or a procrastinator that thought we could win a game in the Big Ten this year, and that's a big win for us in our home opener. Thought that Lonnie took her opportunities when she got them, even though they played some triangle and two, and tried to play some junk defense on her, but still did a good job finding scores and let the offense come to her and didn't force. And then she made free throws when she had to and got to the foul line down the stretch like we wanted. So our defense was tremendous. They stuck to the game plan, and we made some people feel open that we wanted to feel open, and we tried our darndest to keep them off the foul line and limit their threes. But the bottom line is we rebounded tonight, and that was a big story of the game, and we needed to rebound with this team in order to have some success. And not only did we get on the offensive glass, we kept their offensive rebound total very low. So excited. We left some opportunities up in Ann Arbor. Thought we executed, but we didn't execute to a finish. We executed our plays, but missed a lot of shots. And we wanted to get back out tonight and play. We were angry that we left some opportunities up in Ann Arbor, and we wanted to try again. And that's what I like about this team, that we're going to fight, and we want to get back out there and try again. So huge win, and very excited.
Coach, what were you thinking when Northwestern, towards the end, maybe last 3-4 minutes, really ratcheted up the full court press, and we saw the jacket come off? They were struggling a little bit to beat that press. What was going through your mind?
Well, I think that, one, they're huge when you get you trapped. And it's hard to dribble through their size. It's hard to see through their size. And we were running out of timeouts. And we used some timeouts in traps. I used a timeout to challenge our defense with 2 minutes to go that I probably should have saved for the press opportunity. But I thought we lost our aggressiveness, and we were playing not to lose instead of going for it to win. And we were tentative, and we were looking for reversals and never aggressive up the floor passes to kind of break the pressure. And you can get in that tentative mindset. So we tried to challenge them to be a little bit more aggressive and get up the floor, but they made just enough plays, but a lot to go back and learn at in that situation again. And a couple turnovers that could have been costly, we got away with tonight. So we'll learn from that, and we'll be more aggressive in the trap situation next time.
Coach, obviously this is a very tight game down the stretch. What was your first emotion when the buzzer went off? Was it relief, joy? What was that like?
Well, probably a little of all emotions, ecstatic, the flood of emotion that's our first Big Ten win of the year, the new era's first Big Ten win. You smile because no one thought you would get one this year, and we've already won one, and we played pretty darn well in Michigan despite the score with what we wanted to do. So I think there was relief that we didn't give up that lead, but pure excitement for this team because we've worked really hard to put ourselves in a position to be kind of the party crasher or be the underdog and with nothing to lose because there's not a lot of expectations.
Coach, given what not having Sasha today, losing Q, Linda banged up, Simone had a great game. Did you have to pull her aside this week and sort of lay it out that hey, we need you tonight?
Well, we challenged the 3 post players before the game that we really don't want Jocelyn's red shirt to go away. We didn't want to have to play her. And so if we could get through this game with 3 post players, we desperately wanted to do it. So they were all challenged. And Simone really stepped up to that challenge. She really battled defensively and then dominated the boards. And 15 is a career high for her, and we don't win without that effort. And with Lika and Linda both with 3 first-half fouls, Simone played 16 minutes in the first half off the bench, so 16 or 17 minutes. So we really needed that, and we don't win tonight without Simone, and that's a big game, and she's certainly capable of that. She's rugged and she's durable, and to her credit, she stayed out of foul trouble. And so, hats off to her. Big career game for her.
Obviously, Alani had a huge day, and we've seen this before. And she bounced back from Michigan. But could you talk about how Jasmine McGee's really come on lately and has kind of been that second option in the offense?
And she needs to be. Jasmine is a very talented offensive player. She rolled an ankle early in the game today and gutted through it. And the coaching staff kept begging and begging and begging. And, she played banged up today. And that's what seniors do. And that's what you hope senior leaders do. And challenged her down the stretch. And she really wanted the ball down the stretch and didn't hide from it. And she's really, really important. A leading scorer at Michigan tonight. She played the Robin role of Alani's Batman, and we need that. So, Jasmine's a huge key for us to have success.
Coach, obviously, a big advantage on the offensive glass today. Was that more just heart and desire, or was that something that you had sort of planned for and said, we really need to attack the offensive glass today?
A lot of desire. Now, when a team plays some jump defense in triangle and 2, there's naturally defenders way out on the perimeter guarding perimeter guards in that jump defense. So it leaves, 3 against 3 in a very wide open, spread out floor. And there's some gaps to run into. There's long rebounds to run down. And our post battled, and it kept things alive. And we were fortunate to be able to have that kind of night because we didn't shoot particularly well in the second half. But the foul line bailed us out, which we couldn't get to in the first half, and that all came about with a lot. Started with offensive rebounding.
14-6 was the advantage in second chance points, and there were some crazy scrums out there. Do you think that what you're trying to instill, do you think that's finally starting to come to fruition out there?
Well, we want to be a hardworking team, and not all year have we won the 50-50 balls. And in close games, those 50-50 balls make all the world of difference. And tonight, we seem to get more 50-50 balls, and some of those scrambles that could have gone either way. We got a timeout in a scramble, and we came up with the loose balls tonight, and that's a big difference. It extended possessions. It gave us a possession without losing it. If that jump ball is called, it was their possession. And so, hats off, because our staff has really been on them that we haven't always been the winner of the 50-50 balls this year. So I'm excited about that.
Talked about being banged up a little. What's going on with Linda and the face mask?
Well, Linda has a history of concussions. I think that's well documented during her career here. She had another diagnosis of a concussion early in the year. We're getting to the point where, if she has a severe concussion, again, her career may be over. And so she had surgery in the off season on her nose. She was recently hit in the nose. So she's not only protecting her surgically repaired nose, but a little bit of a concussion mechanism too to take some pressure off that she, when she gets hit in the face. So just a comfort zone for her that she has requested, and we honor that. And then again, Sasha is day to day with her concussion, a mild concussion during the Michigan game. A scary incident where she really kind of was woozy and nearly fainted. So she has a mild concussion, and I don't think it will keep her out an extended period. But concussions can be so different in people. So you have to go through your concussion protocol, and we'll get her back when we can. But day off tomorrow for us. Nebraska coming up on national television. And then our bye date. So we'll hopefully try to get as healthy as we can for Nebraska, and then our bye date will be an important time for us to get as healthy as we can.
So she's day-to-day then, Sasha?
Alani played 40 minutes tonight. At what point do you feel like you might have to manage her minutes a little bit more? She's logged a lot early in the season. At times, it almost seemed like she was getting tired out there on the floor, although she didn't show it with her play. Yeah,
Lonnie's hard to take off the floor. She's so valuable for us senior year. If you ask her, she doesn't want to come out. But we got to still, as a coaching staff, find times around media timeouts to try to get her some breaks. And maybe it's not necessarily minutes in game time, but it's actual minutes where she's getting some extra rest with media timeouts and try to do that. It's just so hard with our depth. We have very little depth.
Mike, last one. With Nebraska on tap, you mentioned a national TV game. What's the key to just sustaining momentum heading into that one?
Well, again, Nebraska is a phenomenal program, and they have clearly one of the best point guards, not only in the Big Ten, but in the nation, and Lindsey Moore, Jordan Jordan Hooper is one of the best, players in the country also, and they're coming off a loss. So we get an angry Nebraska team coming in here this week. We'll prepare hard, and we'll do what we do. And the big thing for them, and as you guys know, is they're going to be 94 feet of pressure, and every single pass is going to be contested and very hard to make. So this week in preparation, there's going to be a lot of prep in just preparing on how to get open and how to spring people open, because it is not easy to complete passes against Nebraska's pressure.